So it begins.
That's it. We're back, guys. Another video on this awesome machine. Well, it's going to be an awesome machine. So yeah, let's see what we've got in our schedule today, shall we? So I'll show you a couple of little things that we've offered up or had a bit of a play around while we're sitting there having Christmas dinner with our families. Something for us to think about on this. So, don't know if you can see in the background, but there seems to be a bit of a snail. Is that a snail? I think that's a snail. So here we have our TD04 Turbo. And as you can see, we've got fuck all room. Calm down, Jordan. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. So, we've got a turbo up there. And as you can see, things are a little bit tight. A little bit tight. Oh, got a wastegate there. One of those. And yeah, as you can see, we've got some nice crispy mud. Whenever you buy coilovers, you get a bracket like this, which sits on the top arms. You got the ball joint bolt, which goes through the centre. And then, of course, you've got the original, which would have been the shock mount, which will come off of the side. But of course, now it's sitting on top of the shock, on top of the top arm. That's what this bracket's for. Now, I gave my ones to my best mate, so we could get his car rolling, get his project on the go. But of course, that means I now have to make my own. So luckily. What's this we got here? Couple of templates, couple of bits of steel, and I think we have a match. I think one of the first things I'm going to have to attend is, of course, our massive bit of wobble in the wheels, and of course try and sort some. Oh, can we see up there? No, we can't. Right, let's give it some bingo, just like that. As you can see, the welding on the shocks didn't exactly work. So we did wedge some stuff in there, but every time we lift the car up in the air, gravity kicks in and it falls off. So I think it's time to mount up the front coilovers and get everything all nice and tight. Ooh, that's in there. So I'm at this stage, taking the top shock mounts off. As you can see, pretty standards. It's developed a bit of a hole behind. So what we're going to do is just offer up the new shock mounts, and we'll worry about that another day. So that's it. Gonna mount the new coilover mounts up there, and then we'll worry about drilling the other two holes later on. I say get all this bolt out ready for the lower brackets, which Paul is making at the moment. We'll come over to his little workbench. Clean this workbench here, just so.
Yeah.
Good hit, Paul. Good hit.
It's good, isn't it? So that one's got to go that way around, and then it's the opposite on the other side, isn't it? So
yep.
I can drill them both the same side and then worry about the last bit afterwards.
Yep. So yeah, so all that is going to make one of these.
Two of them, actually.
Oh, two of them. Quick maths.
Yeah, I'm good at maths.
Good maths. Right.
Don't know what I'm doing now.
Right. First coilover on. So with these awesome little brackets. Mr. P himself. So yeah, one down. One to go, and then we can roll the in and out. Fucking news for you. We're having to modify it.
Well, when shit doesn't fit, you've got to mod it.
The reason behind this is the M8s didn't look like they served the right surface. So we've gone up to M10s now. Should give it a little bit more girth. So all you fellow YouTubers out there, I know how anal you guys are about safety. So here it is, here's safety.
Posh twat. I noticed how you looked round then to see if anyone was watching.
Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, manifold. Cutting off the flanges. Don't know if you guys can hear me, but yeah.
Ooh, flange.
Flange. We're going to cut off the flanges, and then we've got the starter for our own manifold. Can you guess what it is yet? Look at that horrible mess. But at least got some flanges. So good. So we're at the stage of the manifold. I say run into a few little issues. Of course, I've cut up the flange, and we've got our base plates, like so. But what we want is a bit of pipe like that, either end, to come out of port 1 and straight into port 4. And then what we can do is we can do a couple of little attachments just off. But the problem is we want to have it so it sits in. So there isn't so much weight hanging off of the end of the welds. Of course, it make it a little bit more stronger and more compact. Because of course, if we now go up to the car and look at what we've got, we're kind of wanting this to go as tight as it possibly can. Underneath with that, got the wiring loom on, with that, like so. And then this way we can butter off another pipe wise to the flange, which will then give us enough room for the turbo to sit. Of course, this can go back ever so slightly, a little bit of an angle, which will then clear us around the oil filter, although we are looking at oil filter relocation, but where to put it is anyone's guess. And then of course, if we come around this side, we've got oil pressure switch. That's the other thing we got to take into the builds, which then we'll have to build like a shield or some sort of heat shielding to save that. But apart from that, that's how it's looking.
Looks like it sticks out a lot. This is what we like. This is the bit.
This is what we like. Let me just make sure we've got that far back as it goes. This is roughly going to sit about there. One grill.
Let's go further, way further back.
Way further back.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Got that bit. There you go.
So.
See if I can hold it from underneath.
Oh.
Roughly there, I think, isn't it?
So then we offer up the jigsaw piece, and as you can see, ever so slightly off, but
so we've got a little gap at the bottom of the grill, but there is some stuff to do behind the grill panel, isn't there?
Which we can kind of gash out all of its gizzards. So you've still got the slats across, but it will allow us enough room to counter for the bigger bulk of the turbo flange.
It'll work.
It will work. So we're going to stop on this today, because of course we're going to go off to a couple of places tomorrow and see if we can try and get them to custom make a pipe which will go from 1 to 4, and of course be tight up against the flange. So I think now it's time to get on with the gear linkage, should we say?
Yeah, let's tinker with the gear linkage.
Let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah.
So here the gear linkage mod, we've got all sunk into the transmission tunnel. So this way we can still run the standard Toyota linkage. And yeah, this way it'll just give us a little bit more room and stealth kind of look and feel to it. So slap some paint on it, fill 2 little holes in, and consider it fucking mince. So that's it. Another day on the Glanza mini builds. Made quite a bit of progress, as you can see from underneath. The gear linkage, kind of cover or plate is all in, painted, not very well. But yeah, and then tomorrow, hopefully try and sort the manifold out. And then really, it's a case of nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts. So, goodbye from me, and bye from him. See you soon.